Hello everyone. So today I'll be discussing about local styles inside Figma and how they are useful. So to get started, when you click on this gray area outside, you can see that on the right side you have this local styles, and if you press the plus icon, you have four types of styles that you can create and reuse it in your project. So I have created a text layer over here and I have selected some default values for it, and my base value is 16 and I need some more of them for my typography. So I will go to my resources, and inside resources in plugins panel I will go to a plugin that is called Typescale and I will press run. So I have selected Muli font family. And I know that with this font family, the perfect fourth will be working fine. So I will select the perfect fourth. And now I need values for my headings, like the HTML tags H1 till H6. So I will select the upper values that will be multiplied by 1.333, and it will be multiple of 16. So it will give me the values according to that multiplication. And I need some beneath values for my labels and for breadcrumbs. So it will multiply by 16 but minusing it. So, and I will also select this round to nearest whole pixel. So if it's like coming with 21 point something, so it will select 21 instead of points. So it will not select the value of point. And I will just click this button, create type scale, and close this plugin. And now you can see that over here, I got the text layers according to my typography standard that I wanted to define, but really easy and quickly. And I will try to arrange them. Okay, and I will select all of them. Then I can press Shift A or Auto Layout. So I will try to space them up so they look much better. Okay, so now this is my typography, and I think it will be really useful in my project. And you can see that it also shows me the real value in REM and also in pixels. So this is really helpful if you want to define it inside the CSS later on. And you can see that it multiplied the value. So if I go to the multiplication, like it multiplies 16 with 1.333, and it is equal to 21.328, but it selected the value of 21 instead of the points. So it also choose the value of REM according to 21 pixel. So this is a really useful plugin, and it saved me a lot of time. So now what we want to do is define standard styles that I can use in my whole project. So I will rename my headings, and one of the easiest way or the quickest way is to select my headings, and I want to rename these. So I will press Control R and I will write down headline, and I will space and click this number down, so I want it down, and I will remove one N, so I don't need this 10 in front of that, and try to rename it, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it did it in the opposite way, so I will press Control Z and then again press Control R, and this time I would write headline and press space and this button. So now it's in the opposite direction and I need it in that way. So now you can see that the first one is headline 1, like H1 in the HTML tag, and this is H2, H3, H4, and so on. And there are some of them remaining, so I can do it manually. I would call it paragraph. And this one should be label. And this one should be my breadcrumb. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to create the styles. So there are two ways to do it. One is manual and one is I can do it automatically. So the manual way is that you click on this layer, that text layer, and you go to this text panel, you go to this plus icon, and you go to font, a forward slash, and you write it like this, headline 1. And you can give it some description. So you can write that this is H1 HTML tag. So if a new designer is working on your project file or you have some multiple designers in your team, they will have more idea about this specific style. Okay, so this is one way. And the second approach is, for example, I select the remaining all of the fonts in the layers panel, and I go to resources, and then I go to text style generator and press run, and then I press generate text styles. So you can see that it converted the layers to its name accordingly, and you can see that if I click outside in the gray area, now all of them are appearing according to the names, but the problem is it's not appearing inside the list, what list I created. So the easiest way is to grab it and just move it down like this. So now you can see that, and I can also rearrange them to make it more beautiful. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I have my typography styles defined inside Figma, which can I use in my project. So now I want to define my colors according to my brand colors, what is selected in branding or what is provided to us by the branding team. So I will just click this color. I'll go to the fill option, and over here you can see styles. In the library there is no style right now, so I will press this create style, and I will name it as color. So I created a list and I call it primary color, and I can write a description for it. Okay, I will do the same for the remaining ones. So now if I click outside in this gray area, you can see that in colors panel, I have two lists. One is called color and one is called border color. So this is really useful if you have some multiple colors and you want to differentiate between them when you are selecting them. And we have another option is for the effects. So in effects, we can select, like I would select this effect that I have already created, but I want to make it a style. So I will go to this four dot icon, and I will press create style, and I will call it list name shadow. And inside shadow, this is I can say shadow 2D. And the other one is I can call it shadow towards 2x. So it's more towards the x-axis. So now you can see if I click outside in this gray area, I have some effects created, I have colors created and font created. And I want to use it inside my project. So I have some example. I have created an card. And now I want to apply the same effects and fonts and shadow to this specific card. So I will select the outside layer, which has this border color, And if I go to the stroke panel over here, you can see there is 4 dots, and in the library panel now you can see that I have some colors already defined. So I selected that, and in effects you can see there is no effect, so I can go to the library and I can select 2D shadow. So you can see that it applied the same effects to my card. And now I want to use some text. So for the headline, I want to use the one I created. So I can use over here the headline 3, H3. And for the subtitle, I want to use H6 maybe. So, and for the paragraph, I will use the paragraph. Okay. And now I want to use some colors that was provided by branding and we just created for our style. So I will go to the fill panel and I would select the primary color for this one for primary CTA. And I will remove the stroke by clicking this minus button. And I would select the secondary color for the secondary CTA. And I will remove the stroke again. So this is how like I updated my card or my prototype according to the styles that I just created, and how it will be helpful in the future. For example, we have 2 or more than 2 cards or some multiple designs going on. So there is some new value for H6 or any kind of style. So for example, in colors, the primary color was updated by branding. So in styles, I would go to primary color. I would click this setting icon, and over here I can select any other color, and I would see the changes like it's updated automatically everywhere, and it can save us a lot of time. So it is the basic of, I would say, to get started with your project, and it's really helpful and useful to create your prototypes or designs to get started with. I will be sharing more in future. Thank you.